Hi, this is Natalie Rydstrom from Sportsbook Review, and you can join in our ongoing conversation on Twitter, #SBRNatalie. Now, the draw was announced last Thursday, where we took a look at the early winners market. You can find the link to that video in the description below. But today we start to break down each group and where the betting value lies, moving on to Group B. And here to point us in the right direction is sports writer and SBR contributor Kevin Stott. Kevin, welcome back.
Hello.
Now from Group B in pot order, we have Real Madrid, Basel, Liverpool and Ludogorets. Now, whilst Real Madrid shines out to me to win the group, price low, 1.25, I also do like them to win the Champions League, and they're priced around 4.3 right now. What are your thoughts here?
Oh, that's a tough one. Besides being a Chelsea fan, I have the luxury of being a Real Madrid fan too. It's like cheating. So it's hard because they finally got the monkey off their back and won Champions League last year. Now can they go out and repeat? Oh, everyone's going to be after them. I don't think so. I got to be honest with you. And I'm not saying it because I think Chelsea will beat them. I don't even think Chelsea gets to the finals. I think teams like Barcelona and Bayern Munich are going to be so mad and have reloaded so much that it's going to make it hard for somebody like Real Madrid to even get to the finals this year, even though the expectations would be on them and they are deserving of being the favorite or second favorites in the odds makers' eyes.
Yeah. Well, one argument has been that no team has ever been able to retain the title. And to be honest, I think it's just a matter of time. I just don't think there's much I can read into that. I really like Real Madrid, I have to say.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with you. I think it comes down to like James Rodriguez and some of these new players that he's bringing in. And will he play some of the younger kids like Isco or Jesse Rodriguez? I mean, they're so loaded. Real Madrid could probably field 3 or 4 teams. Let's be realistic. These rich teams just keep getting richer.
I know.
But I think that what's going to hurt them, one thing that's going to hurt them is losing Angel Di Maria to Manchester United. He just signed a massive record English contract this past week, and I think he was sort of the engine that made things go, Natalie. I think everybody, and myself included, looks at Cristiano Ronaldo as being the main man there. Obviously, he's the guy that puts the ball in the net. They have a pretty solid defense, and they're deep, and they have plenty of money. But who's going to run the midfield? Who's going to get the ball in the right places? I think unless these new guys come up like Isco and Rodriguez and gel quickly, they're going to be missing Di Maria.
Yeah, very true. Now moving back here to the Group B odds, do their odds of 1.25 present any value for the big better?
Yeah, I just wrote the piece for Sportsbook Review about that, and I think if you have the money and you're smart enough and you have the onions enough to do it, I don't think there's anything wrong with betting $350 to win 100. If you have it and you can do it, and you like Real Madrid to win the group, they're probably going to do that. I doubt Liverpool can make a run or Basel and knock them off.
Yeah.
I think they win the group. So to put $350 down to get $450 in December isn't a bad play if you're patient, if you're simple. A lot of times we make this so complicated with all the markets and the propositions, and there's nothing wrong with just putting $350 down on Real Madrid if you have it to win 100.
Yeah. Well, there is very little value in this group. Even the straight forecast is on the low side, with obviously the favourite being Real Madrid, and then Liverpool priced 1.62 at William Hill. But can you see an upset, or is that the bet you like here?
No, I think it's going to hold form. The Liverpool was from Pot C, and Basel was from Pot B, so theoretically, it'd be tougher for Liverpool. Liverpool and Basel might have a nice little fight for second place, but I just can't see Basel coming to Anfield and winning there. I just think that, and Liverpool, they got Mario Balotelli last week. This kid Raheem Sterling's playing great. They have a little chip on their shoulder. They're disappointed now they didn't win the English Premier League last year, so they have a lot of emotional things going for them. And this is their first time in being in the Champions League in a little bit, so they're going to have that going for them too, and they didn't play any Europa or Champions League last year, so they're going to want to impress their fans. So yeah, Real Madrid 1, Liverpool 2 is the best approach for Group B. Yeah,
and those odds there, 1.62. Now, unlike our preview of Group A, there seems to be very little value, which is often the case when you have a big favourite in the group. But what's the best way to play this group right now, or would you wait for more markets to emerge, or even the individual matches?
Even the individual matches are going to be priced really high. Even a match like I think a match you might want to look for is Real Madrid at Anfield. That's November 4th here. Real Madrid might be fairly priced against Liverpool in England. Do you think that they can actually win there? That's where you might find some value. When on the other hand, when Liverpool goes to Real Madrid's going to probably be a $2 favorite, and you're just going to have to lay some lumber. So I think the individual matches are really tough. You really have to be creative on these things, and one thing we don't mention enough is in-game wagering. I think if you have access to in-game wagering and you're watching a game evolve like a Liverpool, it could be any game. It could be Ludogorets and Real Madrid, how it evolves. If there's a couple of goals early and you see that there's a gap and somebody puts up an in-game line of 3.5 or 4 and you think there's going to be more goals, nothing wrong with betting in-game. That's a good posture. But in terms of this particular game from a distance, Real Madrid to win the group and Liverpool second and laying minus 275, bet Victor. That's the best price I could find from what I saw so far. But the Real Madrid should win this group. Liverpool should finish second and advance to the knockout stages. 275 is kind of steep, but it's the same premise as laying 350 with Real Madrid to win 100. Sometimes you have to lay lumber to do the logical thing, to do the simple thing, to just win a bet to keep your bankroll safe. And that's the song I'm singing today.
All right, wonderful. Kevin Stott, thank you for joining us today.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Natalie.